What's good, man? Back with another movie review today, guys. We just recently watched Thor 4, Love and Thunder. Alright? This movie was highly anticipated. Marvel's Phase 4, right? And let me say, I mean, it's not, just in a nutshell, this movie isn't bad, but it could have been better, in my opinion. My own personal opinion. What do y'all think?
I mean,
where do y'all want to begin?
Shit. I want to begin with the fact that this ain't like just like Doctor Strange, but not like Doctor Strange at the same time. It's not like any other Marvel movie you've ever seen. Because it was so not serious. Yeah. It felt like the whole time, I felt like I was watching one of those, like, what is the name of the movies? Like, you know, the type of movies you watch when you get high or some shit.
Parody movies?
Yeah, it felt like a parody type movie. Yeah. The whole time, which was cool, bro. I ain't had no problem with that, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're past all the serious shit. Why still be serious and everything like that?
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
It is good you brought that up because we did go through like a whole decade of just like we get into this shit, you know?
Yeah,
it's like,
bro, and all this gloom, doom, and gore.
Yeah, like working up to Thanos, like the final boss, you know, in the Infinity Saga. I mean, we already know how fire that was, but this is like a good, like a break, like an intermission.
Like a cool down.
Yeah, it felt like a slice of life, as opposed to like watching Shonen.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could skip this movie honestly, and it wouldn't like it hurt you. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't be missing out on too much story or lore or whatever. But like if you watch it, you'll probably have a good time. Like it's very entertaining.
Very enjoyable.
The fight scenes are great, well choreographed, and the jokes, they're hit or miss, but the ones that hit really hit. The ones that miss,
they kind of flop. Yeah.
Bro, the goat. Those goats were the most annoying part of the movie.
The goats were the funniest part of that whole movie. I love the goats.
Bro, of course you did.
Yeah, of course you did. Yeah, it was. We are going to dive into spoilers in this review too, by the way. So get off now.
Get the fuck on.
Yeah.
Unless you don't care, because like you said, you ain't gotta watch it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we're not really spoiling much.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a lot about the MCU in this bitch. It's just kind of just a Thor movie.
Yeah, mainly the relationship between Thor, Jane Foster. She's now the mighty Thor from the trailers.
Yeah. That was in the trailers?
Yeah, they have it in the trailers. They already threw that out there. We get the old Valkyrie.
Girl,
what's
King
her name?
Valkyrie.
What's her name?
Valkyrie.
Oh, that's it? Oh, I thought
she had
a name.
She might have.
No, I don't know either.
Yeah, it's just King Valkyrie.
Y'all know who we talking about.
Yeah, she's in there. We get Gore back. I mean, not Gore. Korg.
Yep.
Gore the God Butcher.
Funniest character on the movie, though.
Yeah. Easily.
Korg. Turns out he's gay.
Yeah.
I mean, his whole species is.
Yeah.
I didn't
they
know
have
that.
to go into the lava holding hands with another man to create a baby or some shit. Yep. And this nigga, you know, married a nigga named Dwayne.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Dwayne
The Rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock.
Not hinting at anything or anything like that, though.
Of course not.
Of course.
Yeah, I did not know that little detail.
You didn't hear him? He gave his whole story about how he was born.
Oh, that just flew over my head.
I saw online somewhere that in Thor 3, like in Ragnarok, he had mentioned his mom somewhere, but he doesn't have a mom.
Yeah, that's just cap.
Yeah, they probably just forgot about that.
No cap.
Yeah, but
little tiny plot hole.
Yeah.
That's right over it, though.
It didn't really matter.
Gore the God Butcher. He's the main villain. Yeah, he
was amazing.
He was amazing. Yeah, given that he was only on the screen for such a short amount of time, he did his thing though. He did his thing.
Like he was scary. Yeah, I mean, it was
he was menacing.
And he wasn't like super serious or anything. Like he wasn't like Thanos or like what's that dude's Steppenwolf from Justice League. Like he's just there. Like he knew how to like lighten the mood while still being evil.
Honestly, he was better than Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Like from the older Justice League. Not the Zack Snyder cut.
Shit,
did you
honestly, he
watch
might still be.
You think so?
Bro, I liked how he was like, because like in the beginning of the movie, he meets this guy that he's pretty much been praying to this whole time, and he's lived and grown up in a desert, and his daughter died from, I don't know if it was sickness or famine or whatever, but when he meets him, he's like, oh, this God, like, we've been praying to you to, like, help us out. Like, can you please fuck with us? And then the guy's just like, no, I don't like y'all. You guys are insignificant to me. You could die and I wouldn't care.
Yeah,
and then, like,
he
instantly
basically
switched
says,
up.
The God basically says, y'all are a means to an end for me.
Exactly. And from then on, he was justified in my eyes. Honestly.
No cap.
The only reason that he's evil is because he kills. But other than that, all of his justifications, his reasoning for doing what he does, I'm with it. Like,
especially when you see when Thor tries to go get help from other gods. When he goes meets what's it called, Zeus.
Fuck that nigga.
Zeus is a fuck nigga, bro.
On everything.
He was a very disappointing.
And Zeus shows you why the main villain is the way he is.
Yeah, Zeus is a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
He's like a gluttonous, like, showboaty, annoying.
Yeah, he's chauvinistic.
Honestly, I was expecting more from this Zeus.
No, he got his shit rocked pretty fast.
Like, I
with
knew,
his own weapon.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we see what Marvel Thor is capable of, so we know he's super strong. And honestly, I thought if they fought, Thor would win, but it wasn't even a problem. Like, he just threw the shit. It wasn't.
It wasn't a fight.
Like, he was cuffed, and he still won one shot. Like, it was no back and forth, none of that shit. Like Thor just said,
And
it's over with.
we honestly thought he died, but, you know, he survived at the end.
Yeah. We can get to that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. And there's another special guest at the end of that, too.
Yeah. So, talk about Jane.
Jane,
So,
Mighty Thor. I had no previous knowledge of the Mighty Thor whatsoever coming into this movie. All I knew was, like, there is a female Thor from what I saw in the trailers, right? She got her powers. Well, let's first start off, like, what's her condition? Yeah. She has, like, stage 4 cancer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah. So she dying. She in a rough spot. So she looks up like about Mjolnir, mythology or whatever, like like healing factors in Mjolnir. So she goes to the new Asgard, finds the broken Mjolnir because from the previous movie Mjolnir was destroyed by Thor's sister.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, so that thing in pieces, but it's like Mjolnir is like calling out to her in some sort of way.
Yeah.
I don't. What was that?
It's because basically Thor put a sort of spell on Mjolnir by telling Mjolnir to always protect Jane.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And so this was like well before Thor got rid of Mjolnir and got shattered in Ragnarok. He put a spell on Mjolnir. And so when Jane was close to dying, Mjolnir started calling out to her because of the spell.
Yep. And it protected her by healing her of her cancer while she was with it. And as long as she was wielding it, she had all of the powers of Thor. Badass. Looked cool.
Yeah, that girl was 6 foot. She was 5'3". She's 6 foot.
Yeah, for real. She was like looking eye to eye to Thor.
Yeah, I'm like, God dang. And I did see the behind the scenes how they did it. They legit had like a elevated platform the whole time shooting.
Really?
That sounds really annoying.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it is.
Just keep her short. That's what she's like.
In the comics, I mean, she's 6 foot. It's like they try to stay true to that. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
I had one problem with her though, because like in the first time she showed up, she was like, Thor saw her and then was like, whoa, is that who I think it is? And she sees him and doesn't even pay him any mind. She's just like focused on the mission and trying to protect everybody and be cool. But as soon as they like get done with the first mission, she's like goofy and trying to be a superhero, like a Marvel superhero.
It was mad corny to me.
Yeah. She was like trying to make jokes and stuff. And like, bro, it would have been cooler if she was the serious one and Thor was like the unserious one. But in the way they had it was she was the goofy one and Thor was the sad one. Or like the jealous or I don't know how to.
Still-
Both of them. Both of them.
Yeah.
Still trying to rekindle that past relationship they had, you know.
with her and Mjolnir.
Yeah, he stayed trying to get Mjolnir back, but that thing was stuck to Jane, you know.
I mean, he can still pick it up though.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can
He
still
made
pick it
sure
up.
of that shit. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
still got it.
yeah,
Type shit.
For real,
yeah,
bro.
he's still worthy. He's still
Yeah.
worthy.
Of course, like he didn't do anything to not be worthy anymore. He was
No.
Yeah,
just
he just broke it.
Yeah, he's way past that point, you know.
In the beginning of the movie, Thor is with the Guardians of the Galaxy, like at the end of Endgame, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and it makes sense because that's where we left off with him, but they kind of just dip out on him and leave him to be, and it's like I get why, because it's not their movie, it's not their time to shine, but for like all of the stuff that Thor has to go throughout this movie, he could have asked them for help, really. Like he could have used their help at least, maybe not asked them for it, but they definitely would have helped him out with his cause.
Yeah, they got a good solid like 10 minutes screen
If
time.
that,
Yeah.
I don't even know if they had that. Because
Probably
like when they were
was.
on the screen, Thor was the one that was doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
He was like, "Good job, everybody."
Yeah,
Yeah.
he single-handedly took apart an army.
yeah. And broke down their like church or whatever.
Yeah, their sacred shrine or whatever shit.
Yeah. I mean,
That whole intro sequence, the movie as a whole, like you were mentioning Ragnarok earlier. This movie I felt was trying to replicate that or just do it like even better than Ragnarok.
to a higher scale.
Yeah. Repeat that same formula.
Mhm.
With the comedy aspect, they just turn that up a notch, like times 10.
It's
It's like,
the most jokes in any Marvel
yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
The most
Um,
shits in any Marvel movie too.
Yeah.
But like that,
Yeah. They cussed a lot in this movie.
yeah, they did.
I think I counted 11 shits.
Mhm.
Which is like a record-breaking thing for a PG-13 movie. Like I didn't know that they could, but I mean, it's Disney, so you know they're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah, you're not telling Disney what to do.
Exactly, bro. Like
Yeah.
they got the money to do what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. The whole intro sequence. I don't know if you remember from Ragnarok when he was getting chased by the dragon, and he fought like that big devil demon.
Yeah. The one who brought Ragnarok.
Yeah, that whole sequence. You know, it was like when I saw this sequence from Love and Thunder, it was like it was underwhelming.
Yeah.
Because I wanted that again,
Mhm.
if that makes sense. But I didn't get that, so that's why I wasn't really feeling the beginning. But then as you saw like gore and everything, it was like, okay, you know, I'm feeling it a little bit. What else is there?
Want to talk about the ending?
Yeah?
The
Jump straight.
ending or
The ending of the movie.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So,
Getting ahead of myself.
all right. So, how did this even end? It really, like, I kind of forgot. honestly.
Thor, Jane, Valkyrie wasn't there. Thor did give his power to like a whole bunch of little kids.
That Thor had kidnapped from New Asgard.
Yeah, and they were fighting his shadow demons or whatever. Thor, he followed Gore into like the what was that dimension with like
the middle of the universe or whatever.
yeah, with like the strongest
It
god
was
or
a
whatever.
necro. No, the sword was a necro something.
He went to this another dimension to make a wish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you could only get there through the Bifrost. And
Yeah.
Stormbreaker was using the Bifrost to get to Gore because he had kidnapped all the kids and they were trying to save him.
Mm-hmm.
But Gore was trying to make a wish, I think.
Kill all the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then by the time he gets there, Jane starts dying of cancer. And Thor is just like, he tries to, help her out, but she ends up dying. So Gore sees this and he becomes, like, he feels for them, and that he changes his wish from wanting the gods to die to wanting his daughter to be alive again.
Mm-hmm.
And
his daughter becomes a
love.
Yeah, Love. That's her name, Love. Yeah. And Thor takes her under his wing, and hence the name Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's the thunder, she's the love.
I don't know what role she's going to play into the future. I honestly have no idea. Did you know that that's his actual daughter?
in real life.
Yeah. In real
Oh,
life.
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's his actual daughter, and in intro sequence when you see him like growing up, like as a kid.
Mhm.
That kid was his son.
Oh shit.
You know how crazy that is?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
But when he was a teenager, that was him though. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know if they like de-aged him or anything,
Or
but
something.
it was still him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So just an interesting little fact right there.
One weird thing about Love or Thor's daughter or whatever her name is, but she walks around with Stormbreaker, and I don't know how that happens. Like I don't think you have to be as worthy for Stormbreaker as you do with Mjolnir, or else Thor wouldn't have even like had to double check when he was picking up Mjolnir. But it's a big ass axe,
Yeah.
and like
She just wielding that like
and
nothing.
She was going into battle.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she knows how to use it.
It just looks so funny to me. I'm just like, this can't be
Yeah,
real.
because it's
Like,
got down bigger than her.
yeah. I'm like, what the hell?
By a lot too.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So end credits.
End credit scene. 2 post credit scenes. The second one you don't really have to stay for. I mean, you just see Jane and what's his name, Heimdall,
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the afterlife.
Yeah, she made it to
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Yep.
Shoot, I was expecting to see Loki in that one.
Why would Loki be in
Did
Valhalla?
you see Loki? Did you see the show Loki?
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well then.
I don't know. I just wanted to see
I ain't
Loki.
watched the show.
Wait, no, actually you're right, because he is
Mhm.
dead in this universe.
Mhm.
The Loki from Loki, he's from the past.
From 2012 Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's true. But nah, Loki's a fuck nigga. But, like, all things considered, even him turning good, like, you can't turn good at the end of your life and then expect to, like, get the rewards of this thing, like, of Jane Foster, who's been a really good person, a doctor and all that shit.
Mhm.
Like, she's a tier above when it comes to that. And Heimdall, like, they don't
Come
even
on, bro.
compare. You can't
Come on,
compare
bro.
Heimdall to fucking Loki.
Nah, yeah.
But,
That was the second post credit scene. The first, you see Zeus. You know he's alive.
yep.
He's with the ladies. He got all the ladies.
I think he still got the wound, too.
Yeah, still got the wound. And you see his one of his sons, Hercules. The actor for Hercules, I wasn't too fond of, to be real with you guys.
Who was it?
Yeah,
I forgot.
I don't know his name, but
Some random fuck nigga. Fuck that dude.
because honestly, Dwayne Johnson would have been way better if he was a Hercules.
Yeah, but he already has a big role in the DC universe.
Yeah, that's a sad
Black
part.
Adam. Yeah, I'm not getting him.
Yeah, they're not getting them. But yeah,
We got Hercules now. It's Hercules versus Thor.
in the MCU now, all we need is Kratos. You know, just have him fuck shit up.
If it's Kratos, bro, alright.
Bro, Kratos fucking up Thanos in that instant. Bro. No cap.
Everybody gonna get these
No
hands.
cap, bro. You don't need that
That
Infinity
nigga, bro.
Gauntlet, bro.
They don't need nothing but hands.
Mhm.
Straight up, bro. That man's gonna. Well, I mean, shit. In the next game coming out, the next God of War, he's fighting Thor. So we'll see what that's like. We'll see.
Well, I thought he fought him in the first one.
No, that was
No.
Baldur. You see,
That was his
brother.
son?
His brother.
His brother. Oh, okay.
So it's not completely the same. And you know, Thor is probably, I think he's the strongest one out of everybody except Odin. So yeah, it's if it was a close fight with Baldur, he's gonna have to do some real training for Thor. But shit, he got. I almost said a spoiler. Does
Yeah, cool. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
do that.
nah, hey, he got help.
Yeah.
You talking about his son?
Not just that.
Oh, okay. Then,
Yeah.
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 I don't care then.
Mhm.
Like, I don't care until I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm excited for what's to come. You know, Hercules. I feel like that's gonna be a dope fight between him and Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot more movies in store. Phase 5 is soon to be announced too.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we
Looking
gonna.
forward to seeing the titles and not watching the trailers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the next big bad is Kang the Conqueror
Yes.
and Doctor Doom.
Can't wait for
Well,
that, bro.
Kang first, then Doctor Doom. Apparently.
Yeah.
That
Man, King is like the god of the MCU right now.
the multiverse, like it's
Yeah.
so many different versions of him. Like it's crazy. But isn't like the most powerful version? It's like the purple one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah. So, if you want to watch the movie, go watch it. Yeah.
I gave it smooth like 78. It's damn near B tier. It just didn't hit B tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I give it. I mean, shit. For the state that I was in when I was watching it,
No count.
I give
No
it
count.
I give it that B, bro. It was a good time, bro. It was
No
entertaining
doubt.
as hell. But if you watching this sober, I give it a smooth 75.
75. What
Is it-
you gave it an 80?
Huh? I gave it an 80,
80?
maybe an 81.
What do you give it?
I'm still giving it a 78. My shit didn't change.
I give it a 75% fire fist. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's Thor: Love and Thunder, man. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and be on the lookout for any other content we got going on this channel. Subscribe if you want to see more content, and we'll see y'all next time. We out.